welcome to Crushing Kayfabe. My name is Jason Garish. Thank you for tuning in. A little bit of a hiatus there. Sorry about that. My entire family had the flu, including myself. I had flu and strep, so I took a little bit of a break off there. Among other things, like my fuel pump going and having to replace that. So it's been I almost want to say comedy of errors, but it wasn't very funny to me. But we're back, and that's all that matters. And hopefully everyone had a great Thanksgiving. I know I did. Some great food, some great, obviously being time alone with family, and yeah, a couple of things happened in the wrestling world, huh? I mean, to start things off with the news of Tammy Sitch, I guess. She's been sentenced to 17 years in jail on manslaughter. So you can hear, unfortunately, I'm still not 100%. But we're going to get through this. Yeah. I mean, we kind of knew something along these lines was going to happen. Kind of surprised that was that lenient. But as my understanding, that she's got like 8 years of probation, too. Oh, man. Yeah, this woman needs to be kind of taken out of society. I don't think she's shown an ounce of remorse, unfortunately, but that's too bad. Real sad situation. Never going to get that poor gentleman's life back, and never going to be able to console his family. So, but yeah, 17 years in jail, which... like I said, with 8 years probation, I'm not sure how that all works out. If she's gonna be free for a while or whatnot, but wow. Let's see. We had a couple of other things happen, I think, in wrestling. Let me think about. Oh yeah, we had a Survivor Series. All in all, I thought this was a pretty solid pay-per-view, or PLE, whatever they're calling it these days. I enjoyed it, but then again, I like the War Games format. I like AEW's version of it. I like the WWE version. I'm glad that they switched over from the traditional Survivor series to this War Games format. I'm happy about that. I really enjoyed. Let's see. Yeah, a couple of returns, right? Like 3 of them. Let's see. First off, we had the women's match, which my wife initially thought was kind of odd. I'm kind of glad they did it this way. It kind of set the tone for the night. Personally, I really enjoyed this match. I mean, it's a spot fest, but coming up with creative ways to utilize the cage and everything, and really was pretty brutal for a WWE match, and was I think more brutal than the men's match, to tell you the truth. A lot of really cool spots, really exciting stuff happening. Like I said, I enjoyed it. One thing didn't make sense to me was why. I mean, Dakota Kai popped in a couple of times to help out. Why wasn't she like getting weaponry ready for damage controls? They popped in the ring, getting stuff right. I would think that would suit her role, seeing how she's injured and can't participate. I thought that was kind of weird, but instead of just kind of being a cheerleader and popping in every now and then, she could have been a defining factor in there because, no disqualifications. But that's one of the few flaws I kind of saw with this. Like I said, it's a spot fest, but that's kind of what you're expecting in a game, in a match like this. I enjoy it. I'm glad. I like the. Some people are complaining about the format, how long it is, and they need to put people in shorter intervals. I could disagree. I like the format the way it is, and I enjoy it. And enjoyed some, like I said, some fun spots. We had R-Truth return, which was fun. I was wondering where the heck R-Truth's been. Obviously, he's still with the company. Kind of popped up in a comedy segment. Guy still looks amazing. I don't know what. I mean, Ron Killings smokes God knows how much a day, and yet he still looks like he's younger than me, which is absolutely incredible. But it was fun seeing him, and it's always good seeing him in a comedy spot. Let's see. I mean, we had. I was gonna say, refresh my memory here. It was fun because the singles matches really didn't interest me all that much. Oh, the women's I forgot the baby faces one, which kind of surprised me. I thought for sure the heels were gonna come out of this looking real dominant, but it was shocking to see the baby faces win this. I thought that this was going to be a heel heavy night. I really did. I thought there were gonna be a lot of heel wins. I thought gonna be a lot of things going on, but there weren't. It was kind of shocking. I mean, like I said, enjoyable match. I really enjoyed it. I don't care what anybody says. I really did enjoy that. And next we had the Intercontinental match with Miz and Gunther. Did anyone honestly think that Miz was winning this? I really did. Anyone? I'm glad they kept the belt on Gunther. That's exactly what they should have done. But what I was surprised at was how good this match actually was. It was quite quite a serviceable match. I thought it was pretty good. Miz proved himself and I like the ending. So there was nothing wrong with this match really. Of course we had Santos Escobar versus Dragon Lee. The right person won it. They've got to elevate Escobar as a heel, and what was initially wasn't he supposed to face Carlito in this, and ended up Dragon Lee taking the mantle here. I mean, like I said, the right person won. They continue to make Escobar look good and continue to make him into a heel. Good deal. We had Rhea Ripley defeating Zoe Stark in the women's championship match. I'm glad that they're putting a rocket behind Stark. I really think she has a great look, is good in the ring, and her promos are coming along really, really well. I think personally, I think they're not manufactured. They seem to come from the actual heart, and I think she's come a long way as far as that goes. So I'm really happy that they're treating her this way and giving her an opportunity, which is really cool. Wow, is that the only? Yeah, there's only like 5 matches on the night. We had the men's war game match, which was good. It was good. It had its moments. I kind of like the little references to Dusty, because obviously Dusty Rhodes came up with the format for war games. And it was cool having Cody's team win it, which was cool, and it was a good match. It was a good match. For some bizarre reason, I enjoyed the women's better. For some reason, I thought it was a little more creative, but this was a good match. It was fun, and we had a opportunity for cash in with Rhea run to the ring with the briefcase, and then and they were teasing that RKO wasn't going to show up. I wasn't sure what was going to happen, tell you the truth, and I can usually predict these pretty well. They did wait till the last possible second to send Randy Orton out, and obviously came through and saved the day and saved the Seth Rollins belt, so he ended up not losing it. So I'm kind of glad they did it that way. I didn't want to see Rollins lose it that way. I do want to see a belt on Damian Priest, so I really do. Because I think this guy is, despite his age, I think he could, he could be part of the future. This company. I'm surprised I don't remember seeing anything with LA Knight. Did I miss something? I don't recall seeing, which is kind of shocking, not having him in a major pay-per-view, especially how hot of a babyface he is. I guess they don't want to. I don't know if they don't want to burn him out or what, but that was kind of surprising in and of itself. But RKO coming in looking absolutely jacked. Wow, whatever. Apparently it didn't look like he was adhering to the WWE health policy when he was out, but I've never seen him that that dieseled out. Really, he put on. I don't know how much weight he put on, but he put on some muscle, which is an extremely difficult thing to do naturally at someone his age. So, I don't want to insinuate too much, but he looked absolutely just bursting at the gills. Just looked amazing. Like I said, babyface team won. Had some great moments, had some spots. I kind of like the whole cowbell thing in the rope, which was a great little reference to the origins of War Games and Dusty Rhodes. Really a really good deal there, and I enjoyed it. But yeah, the baby faces won, and it looked like the pay-per-view was going to go off the air. They had the logo up and everything. Had me fooled. I was about getting ready to shut off the TV, and CM Punk's music hits. Anybody that listens to the show or anybody that knows me personally knows what a huge Punk fan I am. And this was pretty much my primary reason for watching the entire pay-per-view. And it was a good pay-per-view. I mean, it had little lulls here and there, but overall, I give this a pretty solid pay-per-view. It's a good event, but that music hit and these people lost their ever-loving minds, as you expect the Chicago crowd to do. And from what I understand, CM Punk is going to give a promo tonight. He's going to address the crowd, so that's going to be fun. I can't wait to hear what he has to say, man. Is he going to bash AEW? I don't know. It'll be interesting. Kind of like to see him in a weird way team up with Cody, but I don't think that's in the cards. Just to add insult to injury at Tony Khan, because Khan has got to be sitting at home, scratching his head, just feeling like an idiot. He really does. Man, watching his top stars go to WWE and just become 100 times bigger and get such massive pops, that's got to be disheartening for him. It's got to be. And he made his own consequences. He has to deal with them, but hopefully it's a wake-up call for him to wake up and do things a little bit differently. I mean, he needs to get rid of the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, and just ship them out the door and say goodbye. I mean, as talented as they are, it's not worth it. People keep pointing at Punk to be the reason, but he wasn't. He was part of it, obviously, and he did some wrong things, but but no way he should have been treated the way he was. Just absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, and even from what I understand, Malachi Black made a reference to him during Collision, which is kind of funny, which was airing at the same time that that Survivor Series was, which I kind of find amusing, but yeah, just like I said, Tony, I got no personal beef against the guy, but I hope he learns from this and eats a little humble pie and gets his act together. Because there are a ton of wrestlers I still love in AEW, and I would still love to see a product do well. I mean, personally, I think AEW is part of the reason why WWE is good as it is right now, because I think they did push them a little bit. They did put a little bit of I don't want to say a scare, but they did kind of make them stand up and notice that things were wrong, And a big part of that also is getting rid of Vince McMahon and taking him out of creative, and having Triple H handle that, which is a gigantic reason why they are as good as they are right now. because WWE is as good as it's been in a long time, and I was starting to get really disheartened there for a while. I didn't even want to watch WWE for quite a while. And AEW came along, and it was a breath of fresh air. But now with especially Cody gone, and now with Punk gone, it's I mean the show's been okay, especially since I've been focusing on more on MJF, which I still love this MJF and Adam Cole pairing. I still enjoy that a lot. MJF is still one of my favorite wrestlers. I love watching that, but and the decision to focus more on him, I think, has increased the quality of the show. But they're still leaps and bounds behind WWE, unfortunately, and that's sad because competition is a good thing. It's a great thing, and like I said, I think it helped push WWE to get a little bit better. But here we are with CM Punk back in the WWE. So I guess hell has frozen over, and I guess the people like Meltzer and Alvarez and all the people that are supposedly journalists and in the know don't know anything, which we kind of knew previously. And the fact that they're more than likely on the take with AEW doesn't help either. But and there goes my phone. All right, we're gonna shut that off. And obviously I popped big time for CM Punk. I'm a CM Punk mark, and I'm a fan of his, and I freely admit that, and I'm biased, so freely admit that. Yeah, I'm not gonna deny that in the slightest. But yeah, great crowd reaction, great closing moments. It'll be interesting to see what happens from there. We had Seth Rollins going nuts and giving the finger and all this, and which now, I'm greatly thinking that this was all a work, and they had this in plans for months now, and I think that his first opponent is probably going to be Seth Rollins. So, and just to be jerks, they might just put the belt right on Punk. That would be incredible. Just amazing. I would love to see Punk just bring the AEW title out. I think that would be hilarious, and put that up against. I think that would be absolutely hilarious if he wore that in the ring. That would be amazing. I'm sorry, but because to be honest with you, drawing attention to AEW does nothing for AEW and nothing against WWE. It's not like people are going to change the channel just because they mention AEW or anything. WWE is a juggernaut. It's a machine. It's just going to keep rolling. They went through all these changes, which have been very positive changes, and continue to get better and continue to have banner years and continue to make tons of money, more money than they ever have in the past. So the naysayers are kind of dropped the ball on that one. Sorry, guys. But yeah, so Punk's back. We had that little interaction with Seth Rollins, and Punk kind of waved back to him, which was cute. So yeah, and Rollins has said some things in the press and whatnot that were kind of derogatory towards Punk, and I think that was done on purpose to plant the seeds for this feud coming up. I really do. I think they kind of knew, and I think they decided that they were going to plant those seeds. And it wouldn't shock me if WWE was in negotiations with Punk before he even left the company, before he was even done with AEW. It wouldn't shock me that was done on purpose to get him out of his contract and get him out there. So it wouldn't shock me. I mean, we had Drew leave, which nobody has given a good explanation of this, but apparently he was selling the back injury. There are reports, I don't know if they're true or not, but there are reports that he was furious in the locker room and punched his locker and then left. I don't know how true those reports are. I don't know if he just went straight out of the arena. I don't know. But it's been... Once again, I read another report that said that that Seth and Drew were the only ones who knew about Punk coming in. So if that's the case, then this would have to be a work thing, because when they get upset previous to him making his debut. So that kind of makes me wonder if this isn't all a work. And knowing WWE and knowing how much foresight they have and how well they book in the future down the road, would not shock or surprise me at all if that was all a work. But Punk's back. I did see something where one individual posted some references to the various T-shirts and symbols that Punk has used throughout his career, which was kind of interesting. Apparently, during the visuals, the graphics coming out, it showed the various designs used, which was that's a neat little reference right there. That's pretty cool. And reintroducing Punk by kind of bringing up his past history with WWE, and that's pretty cool. So like I said, I'm anxiously waiting for tonight, And I could talk about this a whole lot more, but unfortunately I'm running out of time, so I'm gonna have to wrap up the show. Shout outs to Then and Now, Trenton, Tennessee. If you're in Western Tennessee, go check them out. You can get some handmade goods from my wife and some items that we bring to our booth, and a lot of other great vendors. So check them out. Then and Now, right in the square downtown. You can't miss them. Check us out on crushingkayfabe.com. I got my website back, so we're back on crushingkayfabe.com, and while you're at it, check us out on patreon.com. Do a search for Crushing Kayfabe, Crushing with a K. And what's beautiful about that is if you pay just $1 a month, you can get the shows ad-free, completely ad-free. So $1 a month, and not only are you supporting the show, but you don't have to sit and listen to ads, which is really cool. So patreon.com, Crushing with a K, Crushing Kayfabe. And aside from that, the usual prayers going out to Israel and to Ukraine. Some hopefully we'll see peace within our lifetime here, but I seriously doubt it. Pray for them and give them support to legitimate organizations. But aside from that, thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you for supporting me, and hopefully we keep this going. I'll feel a lot better. I'm getting over a massive flu and strep, like I said. So, but hopefully no one else out there gets it, and because it's going around, it's wrecking a lot of people's health. So stay healthy out there. Looking forward to Christmas. I got my my globe going in the background, my truck with the Christmas tree on it, and we're getting in the Christmas spirit. So hopefully everybody had a good Thanksgiving. Thank you for tuning in, and God bless.